So we're in the 215B at Lakeville. I think you've seen me make this play before, but we push all the way across the mid because we've got 2500 hit points and we've got really good upper plate armor, so we get hull down. And we know that there would be a lot of tanks waiting there to snipe our boys. But I did notice that the enemy team, the one medium tank that they probably had was a Motherland, so there was no way that he would have the view range to see across to get to us anyway, so that he wasn't going to go spotting for their team. So it enabled me to get across pretty far. So we're still hull down here. Once that VKB decided that sitting there and receiving half of his health going in one shot wasn't going to happen, it enabled me to move up so we can get hull down again next to the next rock. So now we can get ourselves side scraping off this rock. And the M103 makes no effort whatsoever to get out of the way.
Ready to fire on target.
Now as you'll notice, I've lost my gunner, right? But I've got jack of all trades. And I also have pain tolerance. So my commander has now taken over that skill. This tank has a real high chance of fire, so I run an automatic fire extinguisher on it. This is a terrible shot. But then we've got the IS-7 who just, well, I don't know whether he thinks he's God or doesn't make any effort to move. So we can get a different angle on him. The Agaroo only just catches him with explosives. But he's enabling me, or he's letting us engage the whole time. And then somebody else next to kill. No problemo. Motherland's not bothering me. He's going to get taken out by the tanks coming out of town because he hasn't really got a clue why he's playing well the tanks today. So he's going to go to the right of those buildings and get taken out from the tanks coming out of town. That's really bad angling by the VKB. His armour on the side is no match for mine. Then we have the Borzig who thinks he's smart. So, like a VKB has really strong frontal armour, as does this, as you all see. So I bounce his round and he gets penned because he comes outside on, and we bounce another round from the Borzig. Another really bad shot.
We're capturing the enemy base. Focus on this location.
That's supposed to be a weak spot, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. We won't miss with the next one.
Target locked.
Turret ring. So by pushing across, we get, I don't know, 4,000 something damage with 4,700 assisted. You'll see at the end. Unfortunately, I had to stay in the cap because they were sometimes capping is a necessity, because obviously if we leave the cap, the counter goes down and we have no chance to get back, and the tanks back there won't reset, so we take the victory. So this game here, the next game, I would like to explain a little bit about what happened before this clip starts. I'd already been up at the low side of the houses, staring across at where the green is in K8. And what we took out across there was no less than an M103, an E4. What else was there? Patton. And then to my right, as I was staring across, an FV 4005 stage 2 decided he was going to try and shoot the guys over by the bridge crossing. I got him detected and he got annihilated, like 3 shots and dead. So a few more tanks had died up on the hill, to the tanks that actually pushed that way to begin with. So the best way to defend, once they've won that hill, if you have a tank that's strong and hold down, is to come to the position where I am here. You'll kind of have to find it for yourself in team training, because I'm not going to give it away. So what happens here is the chieftain makes a big mistake. He was covering me moving up on this E100. Now if you want to pen an E100, just shoot him in the turret ring, or load premium and shove it through his face. Now, the chieftain, if he'd stayed where he was, I couldn't kill the E100. I wouldn't have been able to move up here, because he would have continued to engage me, and I couldn't shoot the chieftain either. But I guess his team were complaining at him. So now the E100 is really badly angling, so we're just penning him and perma-tracking him in the same spot. And as you can see, I'm running out of ammunition. So we take the E100 out. Now, that releases me to go and get the chieftain who made the big mistake. He should have stayed where he was. In fact, I do believe they'd have probably won the game if he stayed where he was. Because the Bat Chat, or sorry, the Brat Chat, the tier 9 thing, he came around the top, underneath, and then I would have been gone. It would have been over. And I couldn't move because of the E100 and the chieftain pinning me in a triangle anyway, but there you go. So it all transpired to be a bit of a moral victory. I don't care. Turret ring, whatever. So there's a Bat Chat, the Brat Chat, sorry, was above us. The Waffenträger that came back across the bridge took him out. I know that there's an auto loader French, don't know what gun he's got, and I know that there's the Bat Chat. So we discovered the Bat Chat going again up the other side, and he decides to run back, and he's spotting now for this one. So I'm nearly out of ammo, as you see. Luckily, another bounce. Another bounce. He manages to pen. And now I'm down to my Hesh rounds. Now the Borsy kills the 250, the AMX 5120 blind, which is awesome. And we know that the Bat Chat, the only way that he could climb this hill or to try and flank us, to try and do something, is to come all the way over this far side. You can't climb up there because of all the rocks. So I knew that if I travelled across the top, I would either detect him and the waffle behind me would kill him, or I could kill him. And it just so happens that he pops up right in front of me. And we just bumper him with Hesh. And that's game. There was a bit more to it than what you've seen, but unfortunately, you know, heat of battle, pressing record and all that. Still, to do that much damage in a heavy tank, not bad. I'll take it. Thanks for watching. See you on my next clip.